I'm Daniel.
I'm Jay-Z.
This is Just My DIY.
We have been busy testing the limits of the StarCraft SOLO, and today's video,
we're testing the 16-inch width by making this.
That's right. We got a custom cut piece of really large vinyl and decided to test exactly how wide the StarCraft SOLO will cut, trying to do that graphic in one go.
So is it really going to be 16 inches?
We'll let you know. Stick around.
Now we're going to measure the mouth of the machine because it's important to know that the carriage doesn't travel the whole 19 5/8. It'll go to the right to the level 19, but back into the left, only 3 1/4.
Which gives us about 15.75 inches that we think it has to work with. So we got some custom cut pieces of vinyl from Brilliant Vinyl. You cannot order this on their website. We have a great relationship with them, and maybe if you call them and ask nicely, they might do some custom cuts for you as well. So we're going to cut these down to about 17.5 by 17.5 or so, definitely wider than the 15.75 we think we have. And then we're going to go into the Create software and create a mat that is 16 by 16 just to keep it even. Okay? Now that we're in there, we're going to grab our SVG and drag it on in. It's a really easy import when you have a pre-made SVG. This is all one color. We're going to change the size, and we're going to start with the width at 15.75 because again, that's what we think we have. And we're going to give it a go. So we're going to pull it all the way down and to the right because that's the way that
we like it.
That's the way the Solo likes it. And we're going to come in here with the way our blade is set in the machine. We are doing a 10 pressure with a 10 speed. Yours may be different. But before we hit that create button, got to load the vinyl.
So we're going to line it up and keep it square side the machine, making sure that it's over the blade edge to the right and before the blade edge to the left.
And then we'll go back in and click the create button and see how it goes. But very quickly here we find exactly. This is really important because, you know, if you're working on a Cricut or something like that, it'll tell you, oh, this is too big for the machine, too big for the mat. The Solo doesn't tell you that. So it started cutting. It did go through quite a bit of vinyl here before it stopped. And so we essentially lost that vinyl. We're going to go back in and change the graphic size to 15.5 and see if we can get that to cut all in one go.
We line it up again and
let it rip again.
Don't rip, cut.
Cut, let it cut. Obviously this is on super speed. Spoiler alert, this did work at 15.5 inches and it cut beautifully. So we went to go weed this. We're weeding this all in one go. As always with big graphics, keep your scissors handy so you can trim off excess vinyl so it doesn't fold back on itself.
Now we're getting the wood round ready. It's the right round, baby.
Right round.
So we're going to sand it down with the 120. Follow that up with 240.
And wipe all that sanding dust off of it because you don't want any of that getting in your stain. We're going to grab one of our favorite stains here and stir, don't shake.
It's not James Bond. Come on.
And we're going to wipe it on. We just like using a shop towel to wipe these on, but whatever your favorite method of staining is, just watch your drips, get your edges, and always use a wet leading edge. 24 hours after that stain had gone on, we're going to go with a water-based polyacrylic. This is to provide a layer of protection between the oil-based stain and the adhesive of the vinyl. This water-based polyacrylic we're going to do in 3 layers, wiping on with a shop towel, waiting 2 hours in between, and then sanding as well in between each layer. Let your last layer set for 24 hours after applying.
Now we're going to try and stick this vinyl to the board. But first you need transfer paper. So we're going to cut it down to size and cut it down to size again.
Gotta get that little top piece.
And then we're going to lift one edge, cut it down, stick it, and rip it.
Yeah, so we like to get that one little edge up, makes it go down nice and easy when we have a large straight edge like our paper trimmer over there. And now, of course, we're going to scrape that down on the front and back.
Now we're going to try and center it out as best as one can do. And I'm going to try and get everything started. The same method. We get the backing peeled back, cut it down so we can stick it, and try not to rip it as badly as we did this time. We haven't really worked with graphics this large.
No, because you know, on a Cricut, you can't cut something this big, so we've had to like piece graphics this size together. So we will give you a couple of tips here because we ended up wrinkling a little bit of our vinyl underneath the transfer tape. We'll show you how we got it down and did not mess up our graphic. So you can see here we're trying to be like, oh no, the little swash on the T is wrinkled. So we just got the vinyl down well enough to stick, but we didn't burnish it down. And now we're peeling off the transfer tape so we can then go back in and correct things. As long as you don't press the vinyl down really hard the first time and you can just get it enough for your transfer tape will release, you can actually go back in and fix your mistakes. You just need to do so carefully. So you'll see we are peeling things up very gently. We're bringing in pretty close here on the Y of Mary to show you how we did that. There was a wrinkle at the base of the Y, I guess the side of the Y, and so I very gently pulled up from the end, being careful not to stretch or nick the vinyl, and then pulled that up nicely and laid it back down from that letter. Everything ended up going down beautifully. We fixed our few mistakes, and now we have a Merry Christmas Y'all round that we just have one last step to do.
Yeah, we're going to brandish it down by massaging a little daylights out of it with that thing I'm holding in my hand and a piece of paper that is probably the backing to something.
There you go. And now we have a round and we're ready to get our Christmas decorations moving. All right, y'all, there you go. All in one cut, 15.5 inches, not quite 16, but we'll give it a pass.
So if you give it a pass, give us a like, subscribe, ring the bell. If you need a pass from us, go ahead and ask for it in the comments. And of course, know that everything we use to do this is listed down below. Also in the description are all of our social handles. Please connect with us across platforms because we love hearing from you. And don't forget to check out our blog, justmydiy.com. Thanks for watching.